Hello, this is Lloyd Lim from Honolulu. I wanted to speak a bit about policy failure. And by policy, I mean laws or rules enacted by the legislative body. The first reason you get policy failure is because of theory versus practice. It may sound good in the abstract, but when you get into the details of implementation or operationalizing something, that's where you find out that, well, gee, I didn't know this one little detail, and if I'd known that, then maybe the whole policy would change. The second reason why policy tends to fail is correlation versus causation. If I step outside and it rains, does that mean that one caused the other? Answer, no. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world, and there's a complex system of multiple variables and causation, and so determining exactly what's causing what can sometimes not be easy. And just like a doctor, if you solve the wrong problem, if you misdiagnose and you issue the wrong treatment, then you're obviously not going to solve your problem. Or another thing that can happen is that you think you're solving a problem, and yes, it is one of the causes, but it is not a significant cause, and so you end up with kind of a lukewarm, mostly ineffective solution. And the third reason that there is policy failure is because it's not wanted. In other words, you might say, well, why don't we do this? And it's a good idea in your mind, but somebody powerful doesn't want it, whether they're politicians or they're special interests, or maybe it's the public generally. Maybe, 70% of people are against what you're saying. However good an idea you may think it is, powerful forces can stop it. Even something like the bond market can be a powerful force and can stop certain policies from taking hold. So that's your basic situation. It doesn't mean that things can't be done. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try and try again and if you believe in something. But it's important to be realistic, because if you misconstrue reality, it can be rough. Like if I think that I can walk through a brick wall and I attempt to do that, there's going to be a reckoning. I'm going to have to deal with reality sooner or later. So I hope this helps a bit. I do have on my website a PDF that has a lot of issues relating to policy, and you may be interested in those. You may not be. It might make some people more cynical than they should be, but I always think it's better to know the pratfalls before you go ahead and pratfall. Good luck.